ULTRAKILL's new fraud layer adds a variety of new enemies and mechanics to the game, all of them being quite complex in their own way and challenging the player to adjust their combat style. One enemy, however, stands out from the others. It may not project undodgeable beams of light, it cannot teleport or avoid attacks, it cannot even deal damage. What this enemy can do is resurrect the dead. And believe me when I say that this new addition solves the biggest mystery that plagued the players' minds for years on end. The Deathcatcher is a lesser demon akin to the idols, though it is unable to protect anyone. Instead, Deathcatchers form blood puppets out of those who are gone forever, bringing their husks back to haunt you until the Deathcatcher is destroyed. Deathcatchers are able to form puppets out of every enemy type in the game, except one. V2 is unable to be resurrected by the Deathcatcher. Reconstruct to what? Deniers would say as they seemingly triumphed over us, believers, not realizing that they have actually lost without any way to recover. Let me explain why. Observant viewers have probably noticed a key detail. The Deathcatcher's effect only triggers on enemy death, and them not triggering after V2's demise can only mean one thing. V2 is alive. How is this possible, you may ask? We clearly see V2 explode into blood and gore at the end of 4-4. The kill counter goes up. This is because V2 used 90% of its blood to fool both us and the terminals calculating our score. You see, 0.9 rounded up is closer to 1 than it is to 0. Therefore, it is counted as a kill. This is proved further, as only 4 kills are required to get an S rank in 4-4. You are meant to kill all enemies except V2. Where is V2 then? Well, after it falls, we see it with an arm in the center of all the blood-covered rubble. V2 had detached its arm on purpose, holding a brick stolen from the pyramid. V2 fell into a secret escape passage, covering the exit with said brick. V2 then remained there until V1 left to guarantee its safety. Then it traveled all the way to the most secret, remote spot in the entire game, the water wraps. Hiding behind Agnes Gorge Trail is a place called the Water Wraps, the domain of the so-called size 2 fish. On the beach you can find a peculiar-looking martini glass. This is no ordinary drink, however. These are the remains of V2, which is proved by its name in the game files. To reconstruct V2, we will need a Deathcatcher, which is impossible to spawn because of the water wraps disappearing when the player enters cheat mode. So, to find the Deathcatcher, we will need a Bloodcatcher. The fishing rod is acquired in 5-S. Pick it up and exit the level through the waterfall. To do this, cover yourself in pan oil. As you know, oil floats on water. So step into the waterfall and ascend. As you go up in the waterfall, you'll move down in the water up. Now that we are here, we'll need to fish up a Deathcatcher. You'll notice that it won't come up easily, so we'll need some bait. Yeah, this will do. Now, catch the Deathcatcher. Perfect. Now all you need to do, according to our theory, is break the martini glass and... V2 has been reconstructed. Take that, Hakita!